Morning. Um, so I I recently celebrated 15 months of sobriety in a row. um, and I had a very beautiful soul and person um, ask me how that made me feel. Oof, Jesus, this fucking mess, huh? So I had to think about that for a minute. I'm shedding here, molting. And obviously, the initial response I gave was that I'm grateful. Um, I'm actually proud of myself, you know. But the other thing that I told this particular angel was that, I knew it was coming up, and honestly, I kind of forgot about it. And in that regard, in that respect, it's a very good indicator that sobriety is being normalized for me. It's no longer foreign. It's no longer, counting the days. As I like to say, don't count the days, make the days count. And there's no bad days, only bad moments. Some of you who do know my history know that, I've struggled with addiction on and off, substance abuse addiction. Let me specify that. On and off for almost 20 years. So having this amount of sobriety is not entirely foreign to me. And as I've stated in other videos, addiction is progressive and so is recovery. You don't unlearn the things you learn, So that got me kind of thinking about, like, what's the difference between now and the last big chunk of sobriety I had. And probably the biggest difference that I can quantify is, even though I had accumulated quite a bit of sobriety in my last stretch and had done a lot of healing work, had changed a lot of the ways I thought about things and looked at things and whatnot, there was still a part of me who was hesitant to truly become the person I felt I was on the inside. While I was going through the motions of self-love, I wasn't truly feeling and or expressing self-love, I guess is a good way to put it. And that's probably the biggest difference between the last time and now. And this is what I mean by recovery is progressive, just like addiction is. Each time you go through this process, and you don't have to do it multiple times, that is not a requirement by any means. It's a statistical probability, but it is not a requirement. Like anything, as you start to peel the layers, you find more and more layers. So the big difference this time is I'm truly embracing that inner personification, the person I know I am in my heart and my soul, unapologetically. What that means, well, for me, it means that a lot of things that most people worry about, I don't even think about. I don't think about, not in the same way, Of course, I think about everyday things, I gotta eat and all that other crap, but at the same time, it's never a concern of mine. My faith has grown exponentially. My faith not only in myself, but in the universe and my ability to manifest what I need. I've definitely embraced and walk in the flow a lot more than I used to. there was always a lot of self-doubt, which is ironic because as a kid, as kids, we don't doubt anything. Just, okay, it is. And that's really what you need to do. And that's what, if for the mainstream Christians out there, that's what it means to be childlike and have the faith of a child. It's unquestionable. There's no doubt. There's no fear. It's just, okay, it is. And you just leave it. The very confusing art of detachment. Anyway, point being is, things that I value now are different this time around, which unfortunately makes me come across as very intense, deep, too serious, a lot of laundry list of things. And that in itself is a bit of a struggle because, in the human experience, we all want to be loved, we all want to be wanted, we all want to feel connection, affection, whatever. And unfortunately, because of the fact that I am doing my best, and I'm by no means perfect, being unapologetically following what my soul and my heart wants me to do, it means unfortunately a lot of people can't come along or are just being phased out of my life. I recently visited a friend the other day, and for the first time, and I can't remember how long, I didn't feel comfortable or welcome in their house. And that really kind of threw me off, and I figured out why. And it was because everybody there had this weird nervousness or anxiousness around me. Okay? Here's the struggle part. The egoic thinking, the ego, and the insecurities and fears that I've carried for a lifetime immediately want to go to, it's something about me, it's this, it's that. And in a sense, it is something about me. It's because I'm being authentic. It's because I'm being real. It's because I'm not entertaining idle gossip and chit-chat. It's because they can't hide from me, because I see right through the shit. I see right through the masks. I see right to the heart and soul of every single person I meet. This is one of my gifts. I call it the burden of truth. Others call it spiritual discernment. What it means is this: energetically, people can't hide from me. And it kind of sucks sometimes. Because sometimes you meet some beautiful people physically, and then you get to see their energy, and it's just like, oh. So I do my best. I chuck a seed. Hopefully it'll take root. But so what I of course I struggle with that, and I found myself thinking, why is it? And this happens to me all over the place, even at the sober house I'm living in. I've got 15 months sobriety under my belt, and because of that, of course, I get accolades and a certain level of respect and admiration from a lot of the guys who are just starting this particular program. But then I also get a lot of guys who, after a certain amount of time, start creating distance and start avoiding me. And it's for the same reasons. It's, as the cliche says, my light irritates their demons. And it's a bit of a struggle. It's tough. It's tough to not sit there and be like, well, what the hell's wrong with me? It's not that anything is wrong with me. And this doesn't, you don't even have to look at it as a spiritual energetic standpoint. Just basic psychology. People are mirrors. The things you like and dislike in somebody are the same things you like and dislike in yourself. It's just how the brain works. That's why we have the adage of, you can't truly love someone until you love yourself or hate or anything. And it's because we can't recognize a particular pattern of behavior until we've experienced it. So to answer the question, how does having 15 months feel? It feels good. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm proud of myself. For the first time in a long time, I could look myself in the mirror, look in the eye, and say, I love you, and mean it, and not turn away. To me, it's a big indicator. I ask guys that, other addicts all the time, can you look at yourself in the mirror? Okay, can you hold the gaze for more than 10 seconds? Now, can you say, I love you, and not feel anxious or weird or foreign about it? It's tough, try it. You'd be surprised. So, that's the thought for today. It's going to be warmer today. Spring is on its way. I'm definitely in my hermit mode, as you can tell. Yeah, I need to trim up this shit. So, have a beautiful, blessed day.